I was invited to speak
back
about
away from
ending
the
the
child.
Federal Reserve so we can take back our lives. The international bankers own these guys, and they don't even know
If I
it.
knock you over, you follow this kid.
Listen, that's his child. Please back away.
This is props.
I'm sorry to not. Human rights.
Mike
check.
Here's a child.
Mike check.
Someone signed up to hold an informal discussion on the Federal Reserve at 3 p.m. Who was that person?
Who was that person?
Who was the person who was promised an informal discussion on the Federal Reserve at 3 p.m.?
Fred Immendorfer.
Fred Immendorfer. Where's Fred Immendorfer?
He's running the booth.
Is he at the table?
Fred Immendorfer.
He's at the table. I'll be right back.
Come on. Relax.
You touching me?
Don't anyone touch
We
anyone.
have a commitment to non-violence.
This space is not for fighting. It's not you and E. It's not nobody. There's no bullhorns, nothing here. Nothing. None of that. No bullhorns, nothing.
So, John, can we say what you want to say? Okay.
Talk to people. No shot.
Okay.
You want to talk about it? We can talk about it.
All right. No bullhorn.
Have a
Just
seat.
talk. Okay.
Have a seat and talk.
All right. Cool.
If you want to talk about it, we'll talk about it. So what do you have? So basically, my answer. Wait a minute. Go ahead.
This is here to understand the Federal Reserve. What's the Federal Reserve?
They wanted a discussion. Let's have a discussion.
That's it. This is not for any particular political party. It's about educating what the Federal Reserve is.
I am the people.
Federal
I am one of the
Reserve
people.
is a collection of private banks
Go for it.
that
Go for it. Say what you
that creates our money. It is a non-governmental institution that prints money in the basement. They enable fractional reserve banking.
Do you? I mean, I don't think this cat understands.
So
Because he's
I
just
am
gonna go
not the
off.
most
See,
qualified
the
to
thing
speak
about
on
it is this: the Federal Reserve is an issue. I brought that up before a number of times.
And that's
the
all
thing
we're
is,
here to talk about.
but
And that's what you are derailing. You are derailing
no,
a democratically
I don't
organized.
trust your solutions.
Okay.
Because as long as
That's
Ron
fine,
Paul
but
is
we're
a
not
president,
offering any solutions. We're working to help folks
You're
understand
not
what the
going to
Federal
help but the
Reserve
wrong
is.
people. You are going to exacerbate the problem even more as long as you have people who have other
That's
agendas
your
besides
opinion, and that's okay.
It is fact. It has. I was telling your man at the table earlier that
So the Federal Reserve is a non-corporate entity that creates all of the money. On the Federal Reserve, you don't have dollars. You don't really have dollars. You have Federal Reserve notes. It's not backed by gold. This is money that is printed in the basement that we are enslaved through this culture to follow, to strive for. But the fact is that the U.S. dollar is an illusory, it's an agreed upon illusion.
Move on. We know all this.
Move on where? Move on. Move on from
where you're at. You know all this. I interrupted you again. I apologize. We need to know what the fuck your point is.
We need to at least audit, if not end the Federal Reserve.
Who's going to do that?
We the people.
So he's actually doing something that they don't want.
We the people.
Even more crooked. They just won't let them get away. Sorry.
You know, if there's going to be a discussion, you know, it should be based upon facts and not just opinions. If you, I don't mind if you have those opinions. I don't mind if you have those opinions as long as you provide something.
Ron Paul is against
support them.
fact.
What's the basing of that argument?
Rights Act of
And if
64.
you're going to bring up Ron's position so we don't have to jump all over the place, you know, why don't you stick with them to the specific
I didn't
issue?
jump all
We're
over the
here
place. No,
specifically
we're
to talk
staying-
about what the Federal Reserve
Let's
is.
talk about the Fed.
Well, I'm sorry, man, but you're not going to keep that 900-pound gorilla locked up. He's in the room.
Not talk about
Because is that because he's the only person talking about it in the
After
Fed?
hell, we will talk about it now. You understand that?
You understand liberty? I mean, not
Liberty. Whoa. Let me talk to you about liberty. Liberty means I am allowed to be wherever I want to be, however I want to be, and not Ron Paul or his son Rand saying that there should be backdoor ways like, oh, it's a private industry, you can't go into that store. That's liberty to me. You understand that?
Well, Liberty also has private property rights.
Yeah, liberty. Oh no, that's not a private property right. You want
Well, if you own a
private property,
building.
stay the fuck private, okay?
Well, yeah, if you
There's
own
something
it.
called the Commerce Clause that keeps that from happening.
Well, yeah, if you own a building and you don't,
No.
you
The
can set the
Commerce
rules
Clause
for that
says
building.
if you are in a public institution, if you are in a public sphere, you do not discriminate. Period. Paragraph the end. That is law in this country. Now that's what I'm
Nobody's
talking about.
disagreeing
That's
with
what
that.
I'm talking about.
Nobody's
Bullshit.
disagreeing
He
with that.
disagrees with that.
Yeah.
He disagrees with that.
What
And
did
that's
he?
the point.
Correct.
And that's the point.
I think we're
You
not
sit
aggressive
up
to
here
the Federal
trying to
Reserve.
defend things that we have already fought against and beat.
I think it's the shit.
You're trying to bring that back.
It's worse than I thought.
Is this the one who was giving you
Yeah,
most
if
of
it
the...
wasn't for the Civil Rights Act of '64, Ron Paul would be on cloud nine. Okay, so we better start looking.
I don't see why we're talking about Ron
following
Paul.
the wrong people. That's what I'm saying. If
He's
you-
bringing up Ron Paul.
Discussion.
He is.
My man, I'm gonna tell you straight up. As long as he's wearing that shirt,
Well, I thought
I'm
you.
not the one bringing up.
I thought you said we could do whatever we want in the public sector. I mean, we're in a
As long
public
as I
place.
keep
Like,
seeing something called Fed stock, which is where I see Ron Paul stuff all over the place. I guarantee, if Ron Paul was at Independence Hall right now, y'all will be there, just like he was in 2007. You know who else will be there? Keystone State.
what does that mean? I mean, do you not like anybody? Like,
So let's not
fallacy after another.
No, it's not a fallacy. Don't start. Come on, man.
I just don't see the validity.
You haven't provided one fact yet.
Oh no? Okay, where was I wrong? Come on, show me.
You haven't provided one fact yet.
You
I
haven't
just
said
told you
where
that
I was
you-
wrong, man. Tell me where I was wrong.
Listen,
Give me an
listen.
example.
I'm
And if
going.
you can't give me an example,
This is
then
all
piss off.
things in this universe are vibration, and I'm going to move away from it.
That's what I
Peace
want you to
be
do.
with you.
Beat it. Beat it. Move away from it, as you said. Go the fuck away.
Oh, we won't be going away. We're just
Oh,
going to
yes,
move
you
away
will.
from you.
Not in this time. Maybe you will stay here.
Are you saying you're gonna follow
but
us?
you won't be around long.
Are you saying you're gonna cost
Because
us?
this crap is not going to go on much longer. This third position is some
People aren't
bullshit.
going to believe
It's
your
gone.
bullshit much longer.
Oh, I'm sorry, my
Just
man.
throw out- you
You
just
are
throw out
you
accusations
have
with no
nothing.
facts.
You have nothing.
You have no.
You understand that? I do not work with people who want to play with white supremacists. And that's what Ron Paul does.
No,
and you
not
dare me
right.
to back that up?
Yeah, go
You
ahead.
dare me to back
You
that up?
already-
I'll give
you
you
already
names.
threw out one
You
lie.
give me $500. He got $500 from a white supremacist website called Stormfront. His son, Rand Paul, got $500 from Virginia Avenue.
$500 donation.
And he wouldn't even get rid of it. Imagine that shit. He wouldn't even.
Listen,
People
you're
say he could have
hanging
given
your
it
hat
back.
on
He
a-
didn't give
You're
it back.
hanging your
I
hat on
am
a
still
very small
Okay,
little
how about
man.
this? His legislative director, Norm Singleton, working with white supremacists like Joseph Sobran. How about Amy Strong, down with the Finlanders and the Confederate Hammerskins, working for his campaign for liberty. Okay, that's a little bit more than $500. And as long as you're brushing it off,
If
you're
anything
proving my
that you
point.
said was a fact, we wouldn't just brush it off.
It is a fact, and you are brushing it off.
Nothing you
It
said
is a fact, and you are brushing it off. And then there's his newsletter. Then there's his newsletter. The Ron Paul Political Report, where he bragged about not supporting the Martin Luther King holiday, where he attacked Martin Luther King, where he attacked the Civil Rights Act.
Actually, that wasn't
And
written by him.
That is bullshit.
I guess each one
It's
of
his.
those, I guess each one
It
of
was
those
his
things.
publishing company. It was his name on the newsletter. He cannot disavow.
So do you think Rupert
anything.
Murdoch writes every letter in all of his publications?
As long as it's in his publication, he is held accountable for it. You cannot. If I'm an editor and something ends up in that, and something ends up in something that I edit and I put out, I am held accountable for that.
If I remember correctly, I think that person was
newspaper editor
fired.
Says something foul, anything that's in the newspaper, the newspaper editor is held accountable, and the person can get fired if there's something wrong.
All right, well, have fun, man. I hope you don't want to cost us because we're going to keep doing our
If I
thing.
was going to do that, that would have happened by now.
Well, you kind of already did. You followed us over here and,
Oh yeah, no. I told you before. You are not going to be able to say anything without me responding.
I thought you were talking about freedom.
This is freedom.
So
This
following
is
people
your
around and
freedom.
telling them what they can and
it is
can't
in the
say?
name of freedom that I do what I do.
Following people around and telling them what they can and can't say?
No, you can say whatever you want. If you notice, I
Just
let you
not-
say
not
what
on
you're
your
gonna
watch,
say.
right?
You're just not
Just
going to
not when you have
the
to say
things that you say without me responding.
I'm just trying to use logic right now. You're not
That's
making
logic.
sense.
How in the hell do you expect people to just? You basically wanted me to shut up. You basically think that your
No,
First
you
Amendment
haven't-
rights are the right to shut me up.
No, that's actually
Okay,
what you're
then you
doing.
should expect-
You can talk, but you
should-
came
I'm
here
like,
and
damn right
broke
I can
up,
talk.
you know, a talking point that we had. Like, you know, we didn't follow you, you followed us.
No, that's right, because I always have to chase conservatives around. But the truth of the matter is,
I don't think left-right is how you should even be looking at it. See, that's where you're wrong.
No, I'm sorry, but that's the way it is.
No, that's the way they present it.
No, that's the way it is.
Left, right both come to front and center. Like, I mean,
No,
left and
that's
right
their
both
position
have
bullshit
achieved the
when it's
same
coming
ends,
from
but
you, man.
through different means.
That's third position bullshit when it's coming from you. Straight up.
All right. All right, well, have fun, man. Freedom.
Welcome to join us.
What do you think?